Good day. It's Mike from Mike's Diabetes World. Ooh, this will be the third in 3 days. Haven't done it for a while, and then all of a sudden it's here. Today I want to talk about something that is going to happen to you. No matter what you try, it's all going to happen to you. And that is, you're going to have failures. When you're learning how to do something, you're going to have failures. And failures are the only way that we are going to learn. So people who fail, who have tried to get themselves under good control and they can't, and or they may get a couple of days and then they do something that'll cause it, they go out drinking, or they end up in the hospital, or they forget to take an insulin one day. Whole bunch of things can cause you to fail. But maybe we should take a look at failure as tripping. Very rarely when we trip do we actually fall. Depends, there's a whole bunch of physics in there. But if you just trip, chances are you're going to get out and walk again. So we need to do this. We need to be able to pick up where we left off and continue on. It may take a while for you to get under control in the first place, and then you feel like, oh my God, I screwed up. A lot of pressure is being put on by nurses, doctors, fathers, mothers, sisters, brothers, that you have to be perfect. Oh, your blood sugar goes up for one day, and it's, what did you eat? There could be many reasons, especially kids in their teens. You're growing. There's so much illness around nowadays. You don't want to put pressure where pressure is due. Sorry, that didn't come out right. You don't want to add pressure. It's something where your kids or your husbands or wives will learn how to just get by. Just do that amount so that you how do you say it? Just get by. Oh well, I can have this food and I'll just take extra insulin. Or, oh, my blood sugar's a little high. I'll leave it for a day. Well, the day goes on, and next thing you know, it's a week. Oh, I've done it for a week. I can do it. Continue doing it. Well, maybe not. Maybe you need to be sensible, and you need to get up and get at it again. So let's say you go out and it's your birthday. We'll say it's your birthday. It could be Christmas, could be anything. And you end up eating whatever you like, and the next day you're not feeling great. But you can handle it. Nothing really bad happened to me. I'm still back here. I'm still functioning. But like I said, You've got to get up, and it can't be, oh, well, I'll start tomorrow. Start right that moment. Take a blood sugar, um, hook up your pump, take an insulin only if it's around the time it's needed. Start planning your diet. What are you going to eat? What sort of foods are best for you, that work for you? And I know it's always easy. Maybe to go to an ice cream parlor. Yes, I look like it. But you need to develop healthy habits. And the only way to learn a habit, they say it's 30 days, but it's 1 minute, 1 second. And it turns into 1 minute. It turns into 1 hour. It turns into a whole day. It turns into a whole week. And then a whole month. And before you know it, you're getting better control. Now, I talked a bit about doing a doctor's plan with your doctor. And what do I need to do when I have a high blood sugar? What do I need to do if I have a low blood sugar? And you need to follow those plans. And those plans shouldn't just be you going to the doctor and your doctor saying, well, you need to do this and you need to do that. You've got to work it into your life. And not be so concerned that, oh, well, I can't go out drinking with my friends. Oh, I feel so bad. I can't do this. I can't do that. Well, just think of all the things you can do. Having your blood sugars under control will get you feeling better, will get you a hell of a lot more energy. And with your blood sugars under control, you'll have less chance of complications. Now, when I was diagnosed with diabetes, I can remember you were kind of like, well, you have to do your urine tests, and you have to do this, and you have to do that. And that was about it. There was no saying you have to be under tight control. But they have done a study, and actually it's probably, I think it's being confirmed a number of times. The best way for you to stop any complications from happening is to follow a sensible plan. I know I talked yesterday about a plan too, but just get it done. Take your notepad. If your doctor suggests that you go to, well, I call it diabetic daycare, but it's diabetic education centers, a diabetic nurse. Learn how you control your diabetes. Your diabetes does not control you. And it took me a while to learn that. I can remember when I was 14, 15, and I was getting way out blood sugars all over the place. And I went to my doctor. I took the records, which I had nicely typed up for him. And he said, well, you can't just put numbers down on the sheet. Well, my numbers didn't make sense, and I was developing brittle diabetes. And I think that was the last time I saw that doctor. Because I wasn't making up numbers. I was just trying to follow what they told me to do. And back then, you didn't count carbs. It was an exchange system on your diet. And you could have so many A vegetables and so many B vegetables. I think it was A and B. And you had to have so much protein, which is all good and important. But when you falter, you have to be understanding. So often, people who have drug dependencies and are alcoholics, if they go for treatment, they're greeted with open arms. Diabetic kids. Well, what have you done? Why is this like? What have you eaten? What have you done? And that's can be detrimental, especially to a teenager who you're trying to teach how to do things. And if you are a parent of people who have diabetes and you're trying to take them from doctor to you managing it to them managing it, they really need to sit down and have something for them to do in their in their diabetes. So it could be taking everything out for a blood test. I don't know. Start with the simple and then move up. And for a while and very short time, stop or start saying, have you done your blood sugar yet? I've known people call it, well, what are your numbers? The only way you really ever learned how to drive was to do things slowly. So you need to learn how to do things now and work up, because people need to learn in what when I was a trainer, we were taught teach in digestible chunks, just enough so that person can learn and grow with that. And, I think that could have worked. Make sure they know how to count carbs before they are moving out on their own or they're off to university. They're going to need to learn how to control things. Yes, there are going to be hiccups in the road. So don't necessarily always blame them. Don't always be that your first thing to say. Oh, what did you do? Did you cheat? And as a person with diabetes, if you falter, get up and try to do what's right. Every day I get up and I try to do my blood sugar, I take my insulin, I eat. And if there's a day where I overeat, well, I don't say, oh, I can do that, I can get away with that. Learn from it and move on. Have a great day.